Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, can you guys hear me clearly? Yes, no, yes, no. Oh, I'm just checking my own audio. Give me a second. Wonderful, wonderful. Just give me a second. Awesome. I think you're all good to go. Is everyone here? They're all joining. Ha ha ha. How's everyone doing? Hi guys, how is everyone doing? All good, all good. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. We're going to start in a minute. Let me just. So I know a lot of people wanted me to launch it yesterday, but apparently yesterday was not a good day for some auspicious reason. So hence we had to launch it today because I know the market is shut today. Market is not open, but tomorrow it gives us an opportunity to actually go into the market, right? But either which way, not a problem at all. How's everyone doing? I know it's been a while since we've done a live. I was not in the country for 2 weeks, just got back. But don't worry, this weekend I'm doing a live, a proper live where we will sit and talk about the companies. We will talk about stocks. We will talk about the market. A lot of interesting things happening with the market. So we will talk about all of that in this weekend as well. But for now, finally, today we're not. The agenda is different. Today we're going to talk about small cases. Now, for all the people who don't know this, I have already shared the link of the small case to the members, YouTube community members, and to the 7 bar members. But for all the people who have not got the link, I have pinned the link in the chat box as well. For all the people who want to look at it, you can do that, and you can also use. There is a discount code over there which you can use directly in small case. So let's quickly begin. Let's understand what is small case. How can you find it? What is the agenda behind it? Let me also talk about the two different type of small cases we've built, and let's take a quick round of Q&A from everyone. Okay, let's begin. Let's not waste any more time because obviously it's a very important day for me because as you guys know, a lot of you guys have been watching me for the last 6 years. 2019, so we've been doing content on YouTube, and there's one thing that I have kept which is very core to me, which is being transparent and honest with everyone that is there. That's why you don't see me doing crap stuff or unethical stuff in the last 6 years. That's also the reason why I'm not hit 1 million. I feel like if I do some crap stuff, it's very easy for me to hit 1 million. But no, we're not going to do that. We're going to stick to our what do you call that, forte of being true and honest and being as transparent as possible, because I feel that in the world of investing, being transparent is the most important. And that is why when SEBI came out with a lot of rules and a lot of regulations about becoming registered, a lot of influencers, if you remember, did not want to be registered with SEBI because obviously they were scared to be registered with SEBI. I was the first one to take it up and say, no, I'm going to be registered because my game is a very different game. I'm here for a longer period of time. My goal is very different. And that is why we got registered quite instantly, right? And yes, we did get registered in June, and now it is October. So you see how much gap has been there since I got registered to actually launching the small case, because obviously we were building it over time. I don't want to come half-assed because this is for me. For a lot of people, let me explain. For a lot of people who are investing in small cases, for you, it's just another basket. For me, it's going to be my life, right? Day in, day out, get up, look at the markets every single day. For me, it's about how my two small cases are performing over time. And that is like, I would also say that the two small cases are like my astitva. I don't know how many of you all would understand that, but for me, it's an extension to who I am. So that is how it is, right? So again, let's quickly jump into what I have built and what we have built. Again, I'm not going to force anyone to invest because that is not something I do. I'm just going to talk about the two small cases. What is the logic about it? What is the model portfolio all about? And then you can take a call as to what you want to do. Okay, so let's quickly dive into this without wasting any more time. So this is how it looks. Very happy, very excited. One second, let me just make a different version. Yeah, this is how it looks. Finally, from investing in small cases to being on small case as a manager, time really plays its game. Because in 2021-22, I used to invest in small cases from great investors like Alok Jain and Capital Mind, Deepak Chana at that point. And today, to actually come all the way back to having your own basket is something truly amazing, right? So basically we have launched two baskets. We have launched a quant basket. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. Now this was done very carefully after asking a lot of questions from the community or YouTube community as well, because a lot of YouTube community members did not want the basket to be very expensive. Like for example, the minimum investment amount for a quant basket is only 11,000 rupees, right? Now ideally the quant basket, if I had to play it the way I would want to play it, it's around 40-50K. But then the community members said that we don't want something that expensive, we want something cheaper so that we can allocate more. So that is why we kind of tweaked our entire algorithm and made it 11,000 as of now, right? That is basically what the quant basket looks like. And the fundamental basket is a long-term basket, and we'll go deeper into each basket one by one so that it answers all your questions. The minimum investment, that means the stocks that are inside, if you are to invest today, would be around 32,000 for that basket. So first, I want to ask you guys a question. Quick poll for all of you guys. What are you guys more interested in? The quant basket or the fundamental basket? Okay, let me just do a quick poll. Quant or C? Okay, which basket? There is only two baskets, Q and C. Q is a long-term basket. Q is a short-term momentum basket. C is a long-term compounding basket. So these are the two baskets that are there. But I want to know from your perspective, which baskets would you like? Now, why have we made two different model portfolios? Let me answer that question also. Is because I also believe that I have two different type of audiences. One audience is the long-term audience, right? They don't want to have short-term fluctuations. They're very happy parking their money into something which is a long-term horizon, right? 3 years to 5 years to 7 years to 10 years. They're very happy with that. There are some people who are aggressive risk takers who have already invested enough in, let's say, mutual funds, or they just don't want to do that. They just want to play aggressive because they're very young and they understand drawdown. Drawdown basically means how much your portfolio can actually go down. And we saw that happening since September 2024, where most of our most of our drawdowns were around 30-35%. So that is basically how it was, right? So yes, I think most of you guys are interested in the quant. Around 40% are interested in C. Very interesting. So let's take quant first. Let's quickly go into quant. What is the quant basket, right? So the quant basket that we've made is basically a momentum stock basket. Now, what do I mean by momentum? In momentum, there is a saying called Bhav Bhagwan Che. I don't know how many of you all have heard this saying. It is a very popular saying in Gujarati, Bhav Bhagwan Che. That means price is king, price is God, not king, price is God. And a lot of people have this notion that if a stock goes up, it will not go up anymore. That is where momentum comes and says you are wrong. If a stock goes up, it can go up even more. And we've seen that. For example, there are some examples in the last 1 month which were in momentum, like NetWeb gave around 80-85% returns in the last one month. Minerals have been doing well. So quant usually works on sector rotation. Okay, so if a good sector is going on, like for example, last 3 months we saw, now we're seeing banking picking up. In the last 1 week, we're seeing banking picking up. But right now, the hottest sectors are mining. Mining is doing really well. Metals are doing really well. Auto ancillary are doing really well. So the quant basket basically automatically understands these things and picks up stocks from this basket. Now, do we do fundamental analysis or technical analysis in quant? Answer is absolutely no. We do not do fundamental, we do not do technical in this quant basket. It is purely a math-based basket. We have a way of doing things. We have a way of sorting companies, looking at the history, finding companies that are in momentum, and we have a 10 stock basket only. Okay, so there are 10 stocks in this basket, not more, and there is a non-correlated asset, which is gold. Why is that? Because if you know how quantitative momentum strategies work, they do really well when the market goes up, but when the market goes down, it does really bad. Have you observed this? Mainly with quant baskets, it does really well when things go up, but when it goes down, it does really bad. So we understand this, and it is not some secret, right? It is a universal truth. So when everyone knows this, why is everyone focusing on only returns and not focusing on when it goes down? So that is what we took up internally, and we said, how do we manage drawdown? How do we manage the fall, right? So we built some rules around it. And imagine we're only a 10 stock basket. So that means the alpha generation can be great. We know it, that if the market does well, our basket should ideally do well, either at par or maybe beat it, right? Most likely beat it. But then we focused a lot on drawdown control, and that is basically how the entire system worked, and we have built a 10 stock basket over here with a non-correlated asset, which is gold, right? Now, who is the target investor profile for this? We are looking for people who are either active investors, financial professionals who already know how to invest in the market, aggressive growth seekers. As I said, Quant is an aggressive basket, and systematic traders who want to know what is in momentum, right? What is our core investment thesis? Very quickly, this is a monthly rebalancing strategy. That means every single month, the good companies will stay. The bad companies who are out of momentum will get kicked out from the basket within 30 days. Now, there are options of weekly rebalancing, bi-weekly rebalancing, and monthly rebalancing. From what we realized from our style, monthly rebalancing was better. But we do have some cash exits that we will take depending on when the market is good or bad, and that can happen anytime within the time frame. It does not have to be at the end of the month. Now, what does this basket do? It rides the strongest trends. It removes the laggards quickly, and as I said, every month we will remove the failed guys. Monthly rebalancing happens over here, and we will let the winners run, thus giving us a good amount of return over time. So that is basically how we would categorize this basket, right? Now, what is the benchmark universe for this? Now, we look at stocks only in the Nifty 500 benchmark framework. So we only look at companies that are in the Nifty 500 benchmark. Now, ideally, I know this is a very controversial take. A lot of people believe that Nifty 500 should be the benchmark. Nifty 50 is not the benchmark, which I agree completely. But I'm a guy who always benchmarks myself to the Nifty 50, right? But here we will be benchmarking to Nifty 500. But I personally always benchmark myself to Nifty 50 because I would always do a replacement theory system, right? Like if I had not invested in all of these baskets, what would I do? I would go buy Nifty 50 index fund, right? And if you say that you have to beat the index, then you have to beat the Nifty 50 index fund, right? So I always look at it from that perspective, but no problem. We have said we will look at Nifty 500 because the stocks are only going to be from this 500 universe, which is the first stock to the last stock, which I think is around 4,700 crore market cap. That is the last stock, right? Coming to the investment framework, very simple. We will be choosing momentum first. The strongest momentum stocks, the top 10 momentum stocks in that sector will be chosen. Along, we have other variables as well, like price filters, volume filters. We have a lot of other filters which have nothing to do with the fundamentals or technicals of the stock, right? So it is all there. Dynamic allocation. So we will keep changing across sectors, across factors when the market changes, because we strongly believe that I cannot sit with one framework, one mindset when the market itself is changing 100 times in a year, right? And we will also look at risk very clearly. We have systematic rules for this. We will be playing momentum and we will adapt whenever the market adapts. This is the only way in the market you can capture alpha right now, right? We cannot sit in the old school method. Now, what is fluid? A lot of you guys had this question of, Shashank, what is this fluid framework you're talking about? Now, I had been seeing this for a very long period of time, and I've been seeing this across the market, that a lot of people have very good frameworks that they built at different times of the market. If you look at the market from 2009 to 2014, some style of investing worked. What style worked? Stock picking worked really well. Quality stocks worked really well. Building frameworks around that worked really well. After that, we had a different style of investing from 2014 to 2019. We had a different style. Over there, we had to go with contra. The market was not doing well. There were 100 different crises going on at that time, oil crisis, this and that. So that time there was a different style. Immediately after 2020, with quantitative easing coming in and COVID coming in and liquidity pushed into the market, we saw momentum style doing really well. Now you tell me, and you've been seeing the market for a long time, can I stick with one style of investing throughout my lifetime? Do you think that will work? Because when the market itself is dynamically changing itself, adapting itself, evolving itself, do you think someone like me would want to just sit with one style, one investment framework and say, no, 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 I'm going to sit with only this? It is not going to work, right? So we believe that we should be very fluidic with our approach. And that is why we built a fluid framework where when we see the market change, we will change according to the market immediately, right? So that is basically what we have been focusing on internally. We are not going to be stubborn. We are not going to have biases like, a lot of managers, including myself in the past, would have had some biases that this is the style that works best. We do not have any biases. We will move according to the market. We will check the flow of the market. We will go with only liquid companies, no SME companies, no, upper circuit, lower circuit companies we will avoid. We will only look at companies which have unstoppable momentum, or also known as momentum. We will keep we will keep changing the allocation of the basket, because we know how the market is. If the market is bad, we will have less stocks, more non-correlated assets. If the market is good, we will go all in on stocks, less non-correlated assets. We will take aggressive cash calls as well. We have drawdown control in place, and this is all built on a quantitative framework, right? And I'll come to everything, guys, one by one. Don't worry, I'll come to everything. So this is basically how the monthly rebalancing strategy works. Every month we will replace the losers, we will add fresh winners, and we will keep the weightage dynamic as well. So all of these things are going to happen, and this monthly rebalancing happens on the last day of every month. That means 30th or 31st of every month, we will rebalance. Sometimes if all the 10 stocks that we have chosen are still in momentum, there will be no rebalancing on that point. So this is basically how it works, right? So this is our entire framework. 10 core stocks, right? This is what is going to happen. 5 to 10% allocation in each stocks. The maximum you should invest in this basket, if you're planning to ever, is 25 lakhs, not more than 25 lakhs. And that is basically how this entire framework works, right? So this is going to be our quant basket, and this is what I've shown you. So let me go back here. Let me go to the small case website. Go here and you can search Shashank. If you search Shashank, you can see the fluid Q, which is the quant. So let me explain it over here for you guys, for all the people who are watching this, right? So this is how it looks. As I said, the flow framework is here. The fluid framework is here. We have put everything over here. We've just launched the basket. As you can see, we have been internally tracking it since September 16th. But today it is, October 1st is when is our official launch date, put it that way. And here we are tracking the, here it says mid and small, here it says large. We are okay with both. We are absolutely all right with both of it. You can download the fact sheet, methodology, everything over here. It is all available for you. And the pricing of this is approximately for 13,999 a year, right? Obviously, for YouTube members, there is a discount code that I've already shared. For 7-bar members, I've already shared a discount code. And for people who want to buy both baskets, you will get an even bigger discount coupon, right? But this is basically how it works. And here the plans are only 2 plans. One is a 6-month plan and one is a 12-month plan, right? And please note, these are long-term plays, not ultra short-term plays. Even though this is a quant basket, quant baskets usually do well in a rising market, which I believe we are very close to a bull market again, and they don't do well or they do normal in a bearish market, right? That is why, to counter it, we have started the Fluid C. Now, what is Fluid C? Fluid C is a basic long-term fundamental stock basket for systematic wealth creation. This is a long-term basket. This is not a short-term basket, right? Now, what is the logic behind Fluid C? So here again, the logic was that we have 2 types of audience. One is a risk taker, one is a non-risk taker. And I come in both categories. Me personally, I have a basket where I store my non-risk investments, and then I have a swing trading basket for myself as well. So I play both sides, right? So this is also made for that. We didn't want to confuse more. And here we are again doing Nifty 500. We take small cap, mid cap, large cap, everything. And the framework is very fluidic. This is a stock picking basket, right? Quant was not a stock picking basket. This is a stock picking basket, right? Here, the stocks that we pick are very, very, very stringent. We don't pick random stocks. We pick stocks that are only performing really well on a quarter-to-quarter basis, right? So here you can see the benchmark Nifty 500 index, where it has large cap established leaders, we have mid cap emerging champions, and we have select small cap innovators that we will continuously keep using in this basket, right? So this is basically how it is, and that is how we're going forward with this basket. Coming down, we have the portfolio structure and investment guidelines. So here again, 3 stocks to 20 stocks. This is how we would do it. If the market is bad, we will have less stocks. We will have non-correlated assets like gold, silver, REITs, InvITs, and cash or liquid funds. If the market is good, we will be more dynamic on stocks. As I said, we are very fluidic in our approach. We will let the market tell us what to do. We will not have our own biases to creating all of this, right? I'm a very big believer of Jim Simmons, of what he's done in the past. Obviously, I can't build a model like how he's built as of today, but he was very clear that let the market do its thing. You have to just react to it. You cannot sit and predict the market in the future, and that is something that we are not going to do, right? The rebalance of this is every 3 months. As I said, this is a basket that we will look at fundamentals of a company. The fundamentals of a company only change in 3 months. So after 3 months, we will exit here, right? So that is basically how we're looking at it. So here, the main idea is to capture India's growth story, because we know India is growing really well. We have a very good demographic dividend, rising per capita income. This is a long-term basket. 3 years to 5 years to 7 years to 10 years would give the best outcome for this basket. And that is what we are working towards, right? The target investor profile for this would be working professionals, seasoned investors, young investors, and conservative investors who don't want to risk a lot of money in hyper aggressive investments, right? That is basically how this looks like. So here we have a different approach. What do? We first look at quality of the companies. We want companies that have good management, good growth, good triggers playing out very soon. We have to have the growth orientation. We want businesses that are growing faster than the economy. So again, that is good. And third, we have again risk management. I'll keep talking about risk management again and again because I'm very weird like that. I understand where people come from. We all want returns, but in India, nobody talks about risk adjusted returns. And I don't know why this is the case. In US, everyone will ask you the question, what is my risk adjusted return? What is my Sharpe, right? But in India, nobody talks about risk adjusted returns, which is the most saddest thing ever. But I'm going to start focusing on risk adjusted returns. I hate drawdown. And I understand when I look at my portfolio and it's down 20-30%, I get sad, right? And I had this experience with my old stars portfolio where it went down 30-35%. And I know what my psychology was at that point. Right now, it's at least at -10. But at that point, it was -30. So these things hit me and I learned from this and I understood that, boss, this is something that we should definitely be aware of and scared of and ensure that this does not happen to other people again. So risk management is going to be very strong. So strong fundamentals plus growth plus risk control is what we are looking for long-term wealth creation, right? Again, here the fluid framework, only the U changes, the U becomes undervalued edge because here we are not finding for unstoppable momentum. We are looking for undervalued, beautiful companies that can give us a high ratio. For example, the fluid C basket will never have new stocks coming in above P ratio of 60. It'll all be below 60p, right? So even if there is a great company, but it is above 60, sorry, you're not coming in my basket because I want the upward framework. Obviously, we track a lot of variables here. Almost 71 different variables is what we track as of now. I'm sure these variables will go on and on and on. But as of now, we have stopped at 71 and we said enough. I think this is enough for us to find good companies. And this is basically what we're looking at with this, right? As I said, 71 different variables in this investment framework for Fluid C. And we focus more on financial health, corporate governance, very important, competitive positioning. A lot of people talk about moat. We try to realize, is it really a moat or is it some time pass that you're doing? A lot of people try to sell fake dreams. We do not come into that. We're very realistic when it comes to that. And the key emphasis is given to quarterly growth. As I said, this is a very high growth long-term basket. If there is no growth, you're out of my basket. I'm very unapologetic that way, right? And if the whole market is not giving growth, then we are better off sitting with cash or better off sitting with gold. Only if the market is performing well, I will invest, right? So we want quarterly growth. We want growing EPS. We don't want a company constantly diluting its base by giving huge amount of QIPs. No, we don't want that. We will focus a lot on anti-dilution. We focus a lot on operating leverage play, and we also look at a lot of contra expansion play. In fact, recently, I think in the community, I think 2 weeks ago, we posted 2 companies on contra play. One of that did really well. I think went up 7% just yesterday. So we are focusing a lot on contra expansion play in this as well. And this is how we look at rebalancing. So every 3 months, we will look at the stocks. Again, at the last day of every 3 months, we look at the stocks. Whatever is good, they continue. Whatever is bad, they get exited from the basket. This is very important for us because we want to align ourselves back with reality. We do not want FOMO investing, right? 3 months ke baad doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani. You tell me it is good. You show me your data if you're good or not. If your fundamentals are good, you are in the basket. If the fundamentals are bad, sorry, you are in the backbench. So that way, we only focus on keeping good companies. Tomorrow, the whole market might say, sorry, none of us have given good returns. We only have 2 companies that are doing well. We will straight away switch to non-correlated assets like REITs, InvITs, and etc., gold and all of that, right? So that is basically how it is. So these are the 2 different baskets. Again, I think I've shared this with the community as well. I've shared it with you, all of you guys. And over here, if you want to look at it from this perspective, we can go back here. This is a slightly low cost basket. It is not very expensive. As you can see, this basket is basically equal to 9999 for 1 year. So it is a slightly low cost basket compared to the Quant basket, which is high churn, high, it's very intense, right? This is a low cost basket. So this is why I said this would be at a lower end. So 9999 also, guys, please understand, 9999 or 13999, both these prices are inclusive of GST. These are not exclusive of GST. Okay, this is not 9999 plus 18%. This is 9999 including GST. So it's somewhere around 7,500, 7,600 plus GST is how it basically looks like. The ideal investments in these both the baskets, whether it's Q or C, would be 3 lakhs and above, because if you invest 3 lakhs and above, then your expense ratio comes to around 2-3%, which over time will continuously reduce, right? And as I said, if you're investing 25 lakhs in a basket, if you invest 25 lakhs in a mutual fund, your expense ratio usually would be around 25,000 rupees a year, whereas this would be much cheaper from that perspective at volume. So the more you go into volume, the cheaper this basically becomes for you, right? So that is basically how it looks like. So these are the two baskets that we have built. Yes, discounts are there. I think there is a welcome discount of 250 rupees. For YouTube members, I've shared a separate coupon code. For 7-bar members, I've shared a separate coupon code. And for others, I've shared a separate coupon code. Now, both of this is available on the Small Case website itself. It is all compliant. Everything is done. I've also shared the link for a lot of people who might have questions, might want to look at it. You can go and look at it. Everything is here as well. And here, this basically, we track the Nifty 500 here as well. So this is basically the basket that is there. So this is the start, and here you can understand the small case cost and returns. Everything can be given here, right? So over time you will understand what is the subscription fees, what is the transaction charges. If you're using Zerodha, it'll show you Zerodha. If you're choosing Grow, it'll show you Grow. Your lump sum, SIPs, exit load, there's no exit load on this at all. So overall, this is how your basket will over time perform. So when the basket starts performing, you can come here and see whether you have actually beat the index or not, right? Awesome. So let's quickly take some questions before before we log off. But again, for all the people who want to check it out, can definitely go to Small Case website and check it out. For all the people who are planning to buy both, send me an email at support@shashankudupa.co.in, and I will give you a separate discount code for if you're looking to buy both, right? Okay. Let's take some questions quickly from the audience one by one so that we can answer all the doubts and questions. Send me an email, Neil. Just send me an email at support@shashankudupa.co.in. In fact, I think I have a session right now at 5 p.m. with the 1% guys. I was planning to anyway come and give it to you guys there, but okay. Just send me an email. I will give it to you right away. Yeah. Capital gains will attract at the time of rebalancing. Ankesh, yes, that is correct. There will be short-term capital gains if there is rebalancing within 12 months. And in the quant basket, 99% there is short-term capital gains attracted. And long-term capital gains maybe in the C will be there if and when we exit, right? But the way I see it, there is a differential capital gain. For example, if I'm doing long-term investing, I have to still pay 12.5 when I exit. Here you're exiting, you're paying 20%. So the differential is 7.5. And that is something I have to perform, right? And I have to perform and beat that 7.5 differential is what even I'm looking at. So don't worry about it. Hey. Kunal is asking a question. Is Shashank going to be the portfolio manager of two small case? Yes, man. It's me all the way. Yeah, it is very hectic. It is going to be very hectic. That's why I went out before the small case started. I went out for a small break because I know now I can't take a lot of breaks and now it's going to be very hectic. So yes. So that's why I said, for you guys, it's two baskets. For me, it's my life. Every day I go to office, I'm going to look at my baskets. I'm going to look at how it's performing, how we can do better. I do that with my swing trading cohort. I do it with this. I do it with all of that, right? Because now for me, this is my game and this is what my perchai is. Like whatever I do here is what my perception is going to be. And obviously I am very bullish on myself. So I'm going to do really well there, right? So that is the goal. And I'm not saying it'll all go smooth and nice. I might screw up somewhere. Everyone does. But I know for a fact if I screw up, I will immediately change track and I will not be stubborn about it and find a solution to come back up again. Comeback stories are the best. Okay. Any other question? What is your target percentage? See, Abhishek, there is no way anyone in this world can predict a target percentage. No way. If anyone could predict the target percentage, they would be the richest man alive because they could just take nifty future calls and sit down. So there is no way to target find a target percentage. The main benchmark that everyone looks at is, boss, if the market has given 5%, can I get more than that? That is why people always say that just focus on beating the benchmark index, and that is what we're going to focus on. I have only one enemy, which is my benchmark index Nifty 500. I'm going to just focus on beating that guy. That's it. I don't care about anyone else. So no target percentage, nothing. Obviously, more the merrier, but base has to be at least beat the index net of fees, right? Net of fees. So I need to beat the index net of fees. So I have to obviously perform slightly better than the index. Okay. The stocks in fluid will be different from 7-bar. Absolutely, yes, Saddam. Completely different because that is a very short-term play. We enter and exit within 1 week. This is a 1-month rebalance, so it is going to be a longer term play. Raja, you can go to my YouTube community, click on post, and in that post, you will see the recent post itself is there. If not, you can send me an email at support@shashankudupa.co.in. Okay. What else? Would there be a minimum ideal amount for C basket? So Arun, yes, ideal amount would be 3 lakhs a year, only because I'm saying, like, let's say your basket is 9999. Let's say you put a discount code and get it for, let's say, 8500. Now that is inclusive of GST, right? But for you, it's still a cost. Sadly, I have to bear that cost of GST because that goes to the government, because my net of fees would only be 7000 ke aaspas. But let's assume 8500 is your cost. If you invest 3 lakhs, then your expense ratio becomes around 2%. That means the alpha generation on the basket should be 2% and more in a given span of 1 year, right? Which is very doable. But if you are investing only 1 lakh and you're paying 10,000 rupees for the basket, that is 10%. Very unlikely that the basket might outperform everything and give you crazy returns unless we have a great year, right? So you have to play simple maths, and this is not affordable for people. A lot of people, it is not affordable. Me and my team are looking at or are thinking about, can we create a lower cost basket at around 4,000, 5,000 rupees a year? But we have not confirmed that yet, because there is a lot of expense to running this business, right? With the team that we have, with the office space that we have, with the compliance issues that we have, 100 things are going on, right? And there is small case commission, there is GST, there is 30% taxation that we get incurred. So it is not very smooth to do business as well, but we have to do what we have to do, right? So that is what we're doing right now. So that's why if you look at both the pricing, Quant is expensive. It is 13,999 inclusive of GST. That means it's 11,000 excluding of GST. But the wealth grower basket, I kept it as low as possible, which is actually 7,500 plus GST, right? So that is how I've kept it. Okay. 1 second. Is the Q wala extremely aggressive? If yes, then we will have it at a lower percentage of our portfolio. Yes, Q is aggressive. I'm saying that again and again. Q is an aggressive basket. C is a non-aggressive basket. That's a medium aggressive basket. But Q is an aggressive basket. So yes, do not obviously put all your money into Q. It is never a good idea to put all your money, because the drawdowns, which is falling down, will also be very high. So you have to be very careful when you invest in such things, right? Okay. Next. Okay, good question by Money. Small case and mutual funds both are not the same, because we rebalance quarterly, then we have to pay tax. Yes, but even in your mutual funds, the tax is all done there only, na? And even when you exit your when you exit your mutual funds, you're still paying tax. The only difference between you exiting a mutual fund 10 years into the future and you exiting a small case 3 months is the differential tax rate of 12.5% to 20%. So that 7.5 is my job to recover. That is what I said in the start, right? There is a differential tax rate of 7.5. Either which way, when you exit in the future, you still have to pay 12.5, right? Okay. I cannot give targets, so let's not talk about targets. Can we do lump sum or SIP in Q? Yes, ideally, it is always best to do a lump sum and then do SIP over time. That gives you the best average across different fields, right? That would be the best if you want to do it that way. Okay. Will there be any fee at SIP and lump sum? I think only 100 rupees is the fee that small case charges. I don't think there is any other fee apart from that. So no, if that is a question. Okay. Which place to take stocks on Grow or ICICI Direct, which has less brokerage charges? Do you have a tie-up with Grow to give? No, so I don't have a tie-up. So basically, there is two types of things, right? One is, yes, we are a Grow partnered by Grow channel, but I don't have any affiliation link with them. As you can see, I don't tell you to. I mean, whatever the Grow links are there, it is not tied to me, because as a SEBI registered advisor, I cannot partner with any broker to get affiliate income from any link. So I would strongly suggest that you have to do your research and find out what is the lowest fees across different brokers. I think there are a lot of websites that already have it, and you can find it and you can take a call on that. Yeah. Okay. Hi Shashank, can we exit Stars PF and invest in the small case? I think that is still at -10, so I'll leave it to you, because I cannot give you that advice straight away. As you know, there are some regulations. I'll leave that to you. But yes, if you're looking at it from a 3 year to 5 year game, it should not be a problem, because whatever you exit and you book the loss, that is not going to go in waste, because that is going to be adjusted in your next year's return, because you can carry forward the loss, right? So even if I book any loss today, I can carry forward it for a few years. So it'll never go in waste, because tomorrow when you make profit, you don't have to pay tax on that. So that is how it looks, right? Nice tax loss harvesting, that is. Okay. Okay. I already have a long-term portfolio worth 8 lakhs with more than 25 stocks. How will small case help me review, rebalance? And so I will not help you do anything with your stocks. This is a different basket. This is my stocks, and I will rebalance it. I will review it every quarter, every month. It has nothing to do with your stocks. So whatever you invest there, imagine that I'm the fund manager and I'm managing that basket. Okay. What's the monthly investing amount? I think I showed it to you. The first one was 11,000. The second one was 35,000. So that is the basic amount if you want to invest. And then there will be rebalances. Sometimes it will be slightly more, sometimes it will be slightly less. But range will be that much only, right? Okay. I've updated that also. I'm just checking. Okay. Can you guide us on what we should do post subscribing to small case? I've subscribed to Fluid C. First of all, thank you. Welcome to Fluid C. So I think the market is closed today, so you cannot invest in those stocks that you see right now. But I think tomorrow the market will open, and then you can, go ahead and start your journey on that over there, right? Now, after that, next week I will be we will be starting a WhatsApp group, and whoever has registered as a part of the small case will be added to that WhatsApp group, where we will be giving you a lot of fundamental updates, not just about the small case, but about the entire market. So in fact, all the people who are a part of the YouTube community can actually stop subscribing to the YouTube community if you are already a part, or if you have bought the small case, right? Because I'm going to give you updates plus over there, and whatever comes in YT, you will get it. Plus, you will get few more updates coming up there. So you don't have to spend money on both sides. You can actually stop the subscription, save that money if you are a part of the small case, right? Okay. What else? I cannot give you any expected returns. Nobody can ever give you that answer, honestly. So let me look at it. Anyone, people who have already purchased, do you guys have questions? I think most of you guys have purchased in the morning itself. Do you guys have any questions, any doubts? Because I think you guys were asking me on the community and on the Telegram group. So if you have any questions, any doubts, you can put it up here, right? Tell me a few stock names. No, man, not allowed. Not allowed. 7 bar new batch. Yes, October 15th is a launch date. Again, it's going to be a limited cohort scenario. We're not going to launch it for everybody. I think the first one was only launched to the community members. So the next one we might open it up. But again, minimum launch, not going to be open for everyone. October 15th is the date. As of now, we've planned it. We might do it at that date or slightly later, but I will keep you guys informed in the YouTube community itself. Okay. What makes it different from other small cases? Good question. So every small case, every fund manager is different. I am different. Alok Jain is different. All the great guys are different. And these are some really good fund managers, right? So I'm also different. So everyone has their own style of investing. Nobody's wrong. Nobody's right. Everyone is trying to play the same game. That is, how do we beat the benchmark index? How do we give return to our shareholders? It's as simple as that, right? So how is it different? It is different because the chef is different. Chef being me, I am different. The way I think is different. The way someone else would think is different. The way another manager would think is different. So everyone is different in their own style, in their own way. So I think that is what I would say the only difference between the small cases. How I manage things or how someone else would manage things would be very different, right? Any discount plan for the new 7 bar batch? No, man, no discount. We already gave mad discount in the first batch. बहुत कम में दिया था, वो problem हो गया है अभी. अभी हम लोग को ज़्यादा में ही बेचना पड़ेगा, right? But I think it is at 9999 now, so not cannot give more than that. Okay. I've purchased one small case now, so if I want to buy another one after some time because of funds issue, will I get a discount then? Yes, Saurabh, you will, because you're a part of the team now, or you're part of the entire batch now, so you will get it. You have to just send an email to me at support@shashankudupa.co.in and you will get all the answers there. Okay. By the way, for people who are trying to subscribe, if you have any problems while subscribing, also you can let me know. You can send me an email and I can help you, because I have access. I'm seeing if people are subscribing or not, and if they are, what issues they're facing. So you can let me know. What is the minimum amount? I think I spoke about it, 11,000 and 40,000. For small case, what is the coupon code we need to use? So there is one coupon code, Santosh, called welcome, already available on that page. Let me try seeing. Let me see if I can do it. Give me 1 sec. Let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, I think I can show it to you. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, so once you go to the page of payment, you can go and apply offer. There is already welcome here. right? And if you click on welcome, it automatically adds the discount. But yes, for 7 bar members, there is a separate discount. For YouTube members, there is a separate discount. For 1% members, there is a separate discount, which I will announce when I do the class at 5 p.m. today. So all of these discounts are different for different people. And if you're buying both baskets, then you buy one, send me an email, and I will give you the discount coupon for the second one as well. Okay, let's take one last question, guys, before we conk off. And obviously, um, for all the people, okay, let me give you the journey analysis also for people who join the small case. First, you will get added into a WhatsApp group. You will get regular market updates, IPO updates, research reports. Everything will be given to you free of cost, because you're a part of the small case community, and you're part of my ecosystem. You don't have to pay for anything apart from that, right? So everything will be given to you. Exclusive videos will be given to you, all of that. Every month we will have a webinar for the small case investors, okay, where we will answer all their questions, all their doubts, whatever they might have. Every month we will do this once a month for them, so that they can communicate with me and ask me any questions that they might have, any future plans, etc., etc., etc. Right now, there is no distraction, because a lot of people might also say that, Shashank, you might be doing too many things. So let me be very clear. Right now, every day when I go to office, I shoot my piece of content, which is, I only put like 8 to 12 videos on YouTube a month, which is fair and fine. I shoot some member videos, which is all done. Then we only sit and focus on stock picking. We look at our baskets. I look at my swing trading cohort, and that's it. The whole day, 12 hours, 13 hours, we're in office. This is what we do every single day, right? We are not doing the PMS right now, because PMS would really take a lot of effort from me. So PMS, we are now postponing it to around 15 months later. So right now, full focus is going to be on the small case baskets, and it is going to be on the swing trading cohort. Just two things for the next 15 months. Full focus is going to be there. Yes, we are planning to do a Bangalore meetup very soon. It will be free of cost for both 7 bar 1% and for the small case members, for you guys to, and not free of cost. It will not be allowed for people who are not a part of these three. So for the people who are not a part of these three, this meetup is not going to be. This is an exclusive meetup only for people who have subscribed, where you will come to office, or we'll find a place in Bangalore, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of people coming in. My office can only take 30 people, so I'm assuming you guys will be a lot. So we will book a place, all on me. We will do a nice meetup session with everybody, and we will also talk about our stock picking analysis and all of that, right? We will talk about some contra picks. We will go deep into it. We will do like a nice presentation for you. But all of that is only if you're a part of either one of the ecosystems. You'll be a part of it, right? Pune meetup, not right now. First, we'll do Bangalore. If Bangalore does well, we'll go to Bombay. Bombay does well, we might think of something else. I am going to Delhi next week, on 13th. From 13th to 18th, I'm in Delhi to interview a lot of interesting, amazing podcast guests. So if anyone has suggestions on doing a Delhi meetup, I'm clueless about Delhi. If you know any good location, put in the comment section below. I can call them and ask them, can I host a meetup at your place? And then I can tell all of you guys to come there, right? Can I get details on, if I enroll in 7 bar, what percentage discount, how much discount will be offered on both small case? So Manan, yes, if you're a part of 7 bar, you get 1,000 rupees discount. If you're buying both, you get 2,500 rupees discount additionally on top, right? So additionally, 1,000 plus 2,500 is what you get on the second small case. So that is what you get. I'm very open. I don't have to hide or play FOMO here. Again, as I said very clearly, for me, this is a long game. A lot of you guys might be thinking, okay, this is just 2 baskets. Okay, Shashank's come out with 2 baskets and all of that. For me, this is a very, very, very big pivotal mode in my life, because for me, I feel I'm late. I'm 33. I feel I'm late to the party, but I have 27 years more to prove that I'm a great investor, and I will do that every single day of my life. I'm going to just think about how to become one of the greatest investors in India. And a great investor is only as good as he compounds his wealth, and that is what I'm going to focus on. So that is, for me, it is my life journey. Starts today. Starts today. But yes, that is what it is. Yeah. Yes, Parthipan, this is exactly what you need to do. You have to do lump sum and then do more investments anytime, with SIPs, one times, whatever you want. Just push it up to 3 lakhs and above, right? Yes, Ayush, I will check it out. I'm on the live. After the live, I will log into my email and reply to all the questions that you might have. Okay. What else? Sai Kumar, good question. Subscribing to 7 bar better or fluid Q small case better? I have already subscribed to C. So I would say it is a very tricky question that you have asked. I think both, from a risk standpoint, both are very similar. So Q is also similar. Swing is also similar from a risk standpoint. But Q is, let's say, little less effort for you because it's monthly rebalancing. So after 1 month only, you have to click your button once and it's all done. Swing is more time consuming. Only if you have time. People who are on the swing trading court have time. I give them the call, target, book profits, etc. But that is very dynamic. I think we do a lot of trades in a month, around 4 to 5 trades. So, and now the market is not doing really well also. But there's a difference between Q and that's the difference between Q and Q and 7 bar. So that is how it basically is, right? That's a very different set of audience. It is not related to momentum at all. Okay. Could you share the small case name / link here? Yes, I think the link has already been pinned. I will also put in the description, but the link has already been pinned. You can go check it out, or you can just go to small case website and just search for Shashank. You will get me right there. Good moment for me. Chalo. What else? Where can I get the discount code? It is here on the post. Go to YouTube community. If you're a part of the YouTube community, Subramaniam. So just go to my channel, click on post. You'll see member post a post. The first thing itself there is the small case is going live wala post, right? So you can go there and check it out. How are you going to check our accounts if it's being done doing good? I don't have to check your accounts. The returns are all here on the small case website itself. I don't need to check anyone's accounts. The returns, it is not secretive anymore. It is literally public. Anyone and everyone can go and check how I'm performing in life, right? So if you go to small case website, they literally track my live performance. So I cannot come and say I'm doing a great job. You'll be like, haha, I can see what you're doing. If I'm doing a bad job also, you can see it. If I'm doing a good job also, you can see it. I have nowhere to hide now. I'm completely out in the open, right? So yeah, that is basically how it is. Pranav, thanks a lot. You taught me basics in the stock market and grew my interest in finance from the time during COVID. It's been 5 years since COVID, by the way. Crazy. So I trust your judgment. Again, thanks a lot, Pranav. Means a lot. And I'm here for a long time. And for people who can stay for a very long period of time, my goal is very clear for everyone, right? So that is basically how it is. What else? Any last questions before we take off? Yeah, good question by Prashant. Both are having Nifty 500 as benchmark index, but one is a higher risk and other is lower risk. Then can you explain why should one take higher risk with fluid C? So Prashant, it's very subjective, man. It's like, why do a lot of people take FOMO trades? Why do people go and buy 100p companies? It is a very deep rooted thing because you can get alpha if you play it well. See, it's all about how you play. If I'm playing defensive and test cricket, it is one style of playing cricket. If I'm playing T20, it's a different style of playing cricket. Now, it depends on who's playing what. Abhishek Sharma is not sitting and playing in test cricket, right? Abhishek Sharma is playing T20. So that's why I said it's a very different thing. Both styles are different. There are people who want to take higher risk. There are people who want to take lower risk. Now, even in Nifty 500, Nifty 500 is huge, right? It has 500 companies. If I play only mid and small, I will play a different risk basket. If I play large cap, mid cap, small cap, but more on large cap, I'm playing a lesser risk basket. So it depends on how I cook the recipe. If my fluid C has a lot of large caps, then I'm playing a very safe basket. But if my fluid Q has only small caps, even in Nifty 500, I'm playing a higher risk appetite. So it is a very different game of risk reward, and it is a game of portfolio. I keep calling it like I'm a chef now, right? So my job is to cook the best recipe in the stocks. Find the best ingredients, which are stocks, put it in the right ratios so that nothing overpowers the other. That is basically what my job is now for the rest. And also take care of people who are not liking the swad. That is my third job. I call it anxiety management, because I understand markets will go bad and it will be no fault of mine. It will be no fault of anyone's. I will have sudden drawdowns, not because of me, but maybe because of the market, right? Maybe because of me also sometimes. Maybe one bad pick or some bad news came, and this happened with one of our earlier back tests where we invested in a company. One bad news came, stock fell down 20%. What can you do? You can't do anything, right? So all of this is possible. All of this can happen, will happen, possible. My job is to ensure that I'm here coming and giving answers to everybody, whether it's good or whether it's bad. No fund manager goes through the best times always. Everyone has good times and bad times. You as an investor will also have good and bad times. So think about it the same way. I am a fund manager who has to play both good and bad times. In good times, you will like me. In bad times, you might get irritated with me. But please understand that this guy is sitting here trying to think of how to make it the best for you guys. That is what I will always say at the end of the day. Okay, awesome. Chalo guys, any more doubts, any more questions, you guys let me know. You can email me directly at support@shashankodupa.co.in. I will respond to most of them. And you can take your time. There is no rush with anything. If you want discount codes, you can let me know. For 1% club members, I'm doing a class at 5 p.m. I will give you the code at that point as well. Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys. Take care. See you guys. Bye bye. And let's enjoy this journey. Okay. Awesome. Chalo. Bye bye.